Hey guys, I'm at the Chattanooga Motorcar Festival. I was walking through the pits and found this really cool row of historic stock cars. If you haven't seen any of these types of cars up close before, they got some really cool tricks. And you know, everybody misses the days when a NASCAR or stock car actually looked like a stock car. And this is what they did to make these things work aerodynamically. You got custom chin spoilers. They built these grills out so that there'd be airflow, but not too much airflow. They skinned the side of the bodies, no doors, just skins down the side. Lots of tricks inside of here. You hear the racing in the background. They're going around a custom 2 3/4 mile racetrack. You can see the cars going by right there. This is partially on the streets of Chattanooga. This is an incredible event, and there are some truly historic cars here. So many great pieces of automotive history from the 1900s all the way up into the 2000s. There's a lot of late model stock cars as well. But looking inside of some of these cars, you can see how quickly they changed as we got into the 80s and 90s. This is an Oldsmobile. Remember when Oldsmobile was in stock car racing? That was back in the day, and you can see right here, AJ Foyt Jr. Very slick paint job on this car. Lots of great details. You see the tilting pedals down on the bottom, Hurst shifter handle, Butler seat. All the names that, you know, kind of blend the old school days with the new school. Here's a really iconic car, Thunderbird. None other than Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia. The Coors number 9, famous car. This is truly an awesome event. So many cool things to see. Let's get back to the Bill Elliott car. This car is absolutely as clean as you could ever imagine. Beautifully preserved and restored car, done by Vintage Race Car Restoration in Georgia. Lots of cool pieces. You can see technology came a long ways from the 70s up into the 80s and 90s. And these Thunderbirds really made a good looking race car. Mid to late 80s, that was really kind of the peak, in a lot of people's opinion, of NASCAR racing. This car is just absolutely incredibly restored. Now we got a Ricky Rudd Thunderbird. Again, the inside is just super clean. They made these cars pretty minimalistic for weight purposes, but they had lots of cool tricks. There goes the race cars again. You'll hear those every so often. Here comes one through the pits. That thing is killer. Man, they're getting it around that course. This is a really cool one. This has got some old school lettering. Look at that hand lettering. Daryl. Old Daryl. Got some cool stuff in here. Stuart Warner gauges. Got a pretty extensive roll cage. Rolled and pleated upholstery. That's a nice touch. And then this back here, I believe that's a fan. Looks like a fan for a cooling system. Very minimal. Let's look under the hood. Oh, check out this air cleaner assembly. It's plumbed into the cowl, so fresh air comes in from the cowl, goes right in there to that sealed aluminum capsule, whatever you want to call it, right down there to 2 4-barrel carburetors. You can see it's got mercury on the valve covers. Tons of cool suspension pieces. These shocks actually look like they're connected to the anti-roll bar. Dual oil filters. Lots of trick components. These shock towers with the bracing. Strangely enough, chrome hood hinges. Chrome hood hinges with little bitty lightweight springs. You can see up top, hand lettered number. That is a really cool piece. And notice the steel wheels that have been welded. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. It's the black number 3. That is amazing. Here comes the Jeff Gordon car, Tony Stewart car. Man, this is awesome. And we got a Bobby Allison car right here. This thing is incredibly slick. Can't get too close because they're busy working on it. Chrome wheels, super slick paint job. Man, it doesn't get much better than that. 69 Camaro is pretty cool. It's got a set of Krager wheels on it. Got some Krager markings here. Maybe a big sponsorship. It's got 302 on the cowl induction hood. This could possibly be a legit Z28 car. Got side exit exhaust, roll cage. Man, that thing is cool. Very cool. Love the color combination on that one. Now here's an incredible lineup of cars. These are owned by my old boss, Corky Coker. Now he is a brass era car guy. So he likes 1900s through about the mid-teens. That's kind of where he likes to play with his cars. And he's built some crazy historic race cars. This first one is a Lozier. You may not have ever heard of Lozier. That was a pretty high-end make back in the day. I don't know what year this is. I'm guessing maybe a 1911 or so. Very nice, clean car. It's got, looks like they had some coolant issues there earlier in the day, but you can see on the tires, I mean, you can see that they're pushing these cars pretty hard. Like right here on the front tire. See that right there? That's not something you'd normally see on an old Goodrich Silvertown Court high pressure tire with wooden wheels. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure that that's not safe. The very first Indy 500 in 1911 was won by Ray Haroon in a Marmon Wasp, and this car's revolutionary quality is that it was a single seat car with a rear view mirror. All other cars from that era had 2 seats, one for the driver and one for the mechanic, who also served as a spotter. Now this Marmon Wasp is not the original, but it is patterned after the original. Very closely patterned, I must say. This is by far the best Marmon Wasp replica in existence. Really nicely done car. Next to it is a Mercer, another high-end make from back in the day. I believe this is a 1918 model, and it's got Firestone non-skid tires on it. It says right there. This car's a little less racy because it has fenders on it, but you can see this custom bodywork right here. That's definitely race car equipment for back in the day. Those old gauges, the cracked paint, that is super, super cool. Next to it is another Mercer. This one's a little earlier. You can see by the shape of the grille. This is a little bit smaller car too. Just incredible how hard they're pushing these things with wooden wheels, wooden spoked wheels. Very, very cool. Next to it is a very special car. This is a Nyberg. And Nyberg was one of the, I guess, the first car that was made in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Although they didn't last for very long, still a piece of Chattanooga car history. And Corky's got one of them here that's built into a race car. Pretty neat piece. So his collection right here, they're pushing these things hard on the racetrack. I'd love to get some video footage of them racing. We'll see if I can do that. But there's some other brass era type cars here on display. These are not Corky's, but still pretty cool to look at. Sounds like there's more action on the racetrack going on.